Best NFL Player from Each Jersey Number Part 9.
Today, we will be continuing our ongoing series of the best players in NFL history to wear each jersey number. In this installment, we are set to tackle numbers 80 through 89. If some of your favorite players in league history wore the numbers 0 through 79, be sure to check out previous parts of the series after this video. Is arguably the best wide receiver that the game has ever seen. 1. Number 80, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice entered the NFL as the 16th overall pick of the 1985 NFL Draft, selected by the San Francisco 49ers. Along with the 49ers, he also spent time playing for the Oakland Raiders and Seattle Seahawks during his 20-year career. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 13 times, the All-Pro Team 10 times, won 3 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl MVP, 1 MVP, 2 Offensive Player of the Year awards, the 1985 Rookie of the Year award, made the Hall of Fame All-1980s team, the Hall of Fame All-1990s team, and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2010. Rice ended his career with an astounding 1,049 receptions, 22,895 receiving yards, and 197 receiving touchdowns. He currently ranks first all-time in career receptions, first in receiving yards, first in receiving touchdowns, 15th in receiving yards per game, first in touchdowns, 43rd in points scored, first in yards from scrimmage, and 13th in yards per touch. Representing number 81 was a feared hard-hitting defender from the early days of the league. 2. Number 81, Dick Knight. Train Lane is one of the most versatile players in NFL history. Not only did he play defensive end at 6 feet 1 inch 194 pounds, but he also served as a defensive back as well. He joined the league in the 1952 season as a member of the Los Angeles Rams. Along with the Rams, he also spent time playing for the Chicago Cardinals and Detroit Lions during his 14 years in the league. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 7 times, the All-Pro Team 3 times, made the Hall of Fame All-1950s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1974. He ended his career with 68 interceptions, 5 pick sixes, 11 fumble recoveries, 1 fumble returned for a touchdown, and 1 safety. Sadly, essential stats like tackles and forced fumbles were not recorded during his career. Lane currently ranks 58th all-time in career non-offensive touchdowns, 4th in interceptions, 6th in interception return yards, and 32nd in pick sixes. Up next is one of the best tight ends that the game has ever seen. 3. Number 82, Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Newsome entered the league as the 23rd overall pick of the 1978 NFL Draft, selected by the Cleveland Browns, where he spent the entirety of his 13 years in the league. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 3 times, the All-Pro Team once, made the Hall of Fame All-1980s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1999. He ended his career totaling 662 receptions, 7,980 yards, and 47 touchdowns. Newsome currently ranks 114th all-time in career receiving yards and 171st in receiving touchdowns. Up next is a physical specimen who played at the linebacker position. 4. Number 83, Ted Hendricks. Ted Hendricks came into the NFL as the 33rd overall pick of the 1969 NFL Draft. Hendricks was an enormous hard-hitting linebacker who was 6 feet 7 inches and 220 pounds. He began his career with the Baltimore Colts, but also spent time playing for the Green Bay Packers and Oakland Raiders during his 15 years in the league. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 8 times, the All-Pro Team 4 times, won 4 Super Bowl titles, made the Hall of Fame All-1970s team, the Hall of Fame All-1980s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1990. He ended his career with 26 interceptions, 1 pick six, 16 fumble recoveries, 1 fumble returned for a touchdown, 61.0 sacks, and 4 safeties. Hendricks currently ranks first all-time in career safeties and likely would be highly ranked in other metrics if they were recorded. Representing number 84 is another all-time great wide receiver. 5. Number 84, Randy Moss. Randy Moss entered the league as the 21st pick of the 1998 NFL Draft, selected by the Minnesota Vikings. Along with the Vikings, he also spent time playing for the Oakland Raiders, New England Patriots, Tennessee Titans, and San Francisco 49ers during his 14 years in the league. In that time, he made the Pro Bowl 6 times, the All-Pro Team 4 times, won the 1998 Offensive Rookie of the Year, the 1998 Rookie of the Year, the 2007 Comeback Player of the Year, was named to the Hall of Fame All-2000s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2018. Moss ended his career with a tremendous 982 receptions, 15,292 yards, and 156 touchdowns. He currently ranks 15th all-time in career receptions, 4th in receiving yards, 2nd in receiving touchdowns, 29th in receiving yards per game, 4th in touchdowns, 74th in points scored, and 17th in yards from scrimmage. Representing number 85 is one of the top edge rushers from the 70s.
6. Number 85, Jack Youngblood.
Jack Youngblood came into the NFL as the 20th overall pick of the 1971 NFL Draft, selected by the Los Angeles Rams, where he spent the entirety of his 14 years in the league. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 7 times, the All-Pro Team 5 times, won the 1975 Defensive Player of the Year award, made the Hall of Fame All-1970s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2001. He ended his career with 10 fumble recoveries, 151.5 sacks, and 2 safeties. Youngblood currently ranks 6th all-time in career sacks since 1960 and 24th in safeties. Had stats like tackles and forced fumbles been more closely recorded during his time in the league, there is a strong chance that Youngblood would have ranked highly in these career metrics. Up next is a monstrous defensive tackle.
7. Number 86, Junius "Buck" Buchanan.
Junius "Buck" Buchanan was a terrifying defensive tackle through the 60s and 70s. He was 6 feet 7 inches and 270 pounds. The Kansas City Chiefs selected him with the first overall pick of the 1963 AFL Draft and would join the NFL when the merger of the AFL and NFL occurred. Buchanan would spend the entirety of his 13 years in the league with the Chiefs. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 8 times, the All-Pro Team 4 times, won 1 Super Bowl, 2 AFL championships, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1990. He ended his career with 3 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries, 70.5 sacks, and 1 safety. Buchanan is another player that suffered from having essential stats never recorded that would have likely left him on a handful of all-time lists for metrics like tackles and forced fumbles. Representing number 87 is arguably the best tight end of all time.
8. Number 87, Rob Gronkowski.
Rob Gronkowski entered the league as the 42nd overall pick of the 2010 NFL Draft, selected by the New England Patriots. Along with the Patriots, he also spent time with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers during his 11 years in the league. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 5 times, the All-Pro Team 4 times, won 4 Super Bowls, the 2014 Comeback Player of the Year award, made the Hall of Fame All-2010s team, and has a spot in the Hall of Fame waiting for him when he becomes eligible. He ended his career with 621 receptions, 9,286 yards, and 92 touchdowns. Gronk currently ranks 87th all-time in career receptions, 65th in receiving yards, 12th in receiving touchdowns, 30th in touchdowns, 165th in points scored, and 138th in yards from scrimmage. Up next is a generational defensive tackle.
9. Number 88, Alan Page.
Alan Page came into the league as the 15th pick of the 1967 NFL Draft, selected by the Minnesota Vikings. Along with the Vikings, he also spent time playing for the Chicago Bears during his 15 years in the league. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 9 times, the All-Pro Team 5 times, won 1 NFL championship, 1 MVP award, 1 Defensive Player of the Year award, made the Hall of Fame All-1970s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1988. He ended his career with 2 interceptions, 1 pick six, 23 fumble recoveries, 2 fumbles returned for a touchdown, 148.5 sacks, and 3 safeties. Page currently ranks 72nd all-time in career fumbles recovered, 46th in fumbles returned for a touchdown, 8th in sacks since 1960, and 5th in safeties. Rounding out this installment is an extremely versatile lineman.
10. Number 89, Gino Marquetti.
We likely will never see another player like Gino Marquetti. Not only did he spend time playing both the defensive end and defensive tackle positions, but he also served as a left and right tackle on offense. He entered the league as the 14th overall pick of the 1952 NFL Draft, selected by the Dallas Texans. Along with the Texans, he also spent time playing for the Baltimore Colts during his 14 years in the league. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 11 times, the All-Pro team 7 times, won 2 NFL championships, made the Hall of Fame All-1950s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1972. Marquetti ended his career with 1 interception, 56.0 sacks, and 1 safety. He currently ranks 46th all-time in fumbles returned for a touchdown, and likely would rank highly in other metrics if stats were more closely tracked during his era.